Okay, got a couple things. I told y'all earlier about when going to websites like YouTube that I have this spyware or whatever program on this laptop, and it lets me know when things are happening. So I got like the firewall stuff, but then I had this other one that supposedly does all this other stuff. So this is some of the stuff it does. It shows when whatever it is trying to access TCP ports. And so this is what I just got that I want to write down and show you. And one of y'all might can tell me what it is, but I'll try to do a Google search on all this. It's something called Store Agent. It's Ox, in it, iTunes, Apple.com, Edge Suite, TCP port 80. It has all this stuff. Deploy Akamai Technologies, IP address. So it has all this stuff. And so ultimately it just makes you wonder this is exactly what all is going on in your computer. Like I mentioned earlier about the cookies and whatnot. We know stuff is being put there and dropped, but you have to think about the access. We know there's problems, and you have to think about the entire access and how do you best protect yourself from all the stuff that can happen. The wall between here and here, and if this is there one? In essence, this firewall, which is telling me about it, but I'm talking about, and I guess maybe I have to go check it out if I can set it. Basically, I got to know, is this good? Should this be allowed? Right? Is this legitimate? And all the other ones, even if it is legitimate, could I still protect myself by having this wall do everything for me so that it gives this the information it needs, but it never gets to look inside. It never gets to fully connect. There's always this barrier. I guess it's a firewall, but can I program in that way? You get what I'm saying? Can I customize in that way? I know the basics firewall, but just how much that is penetration and filtering and blocking and talking to it does it do? Can it be a register set that could be a part of a company registered that is part of a firewall, or that can be licensed to a firewall company where they are approved beforehand, so it comes in. I don't know. Another thing is Wright brothers, First and Fly. Love that commercial. Love that commercial. Dayton, stand up. So as I was watching it today, I was thinking about, the kid goes through all that and he ends with the First and Fly. Now, some of you, most of you are probably not aware that the Wright brothers had a bike shop. They lived in Dayton, Ohio. And it was at this bike shop and working there that they came up with the concept and idea and the structure of the first airplane, right? The Wright Flyer. Now, because of them needing specific conditions to be able to take that first flight, they needed the area, the land, the hill, and the wind and whatnot. They determined that it's best to go to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. So the issue is who owns the Wright brothers. I believe what is determined is on North Carolina plates you'll see First in Flight, because that is where they flew the plane. But see, the airplane was brought to life in Dayton, Ohio. So we are the birthplace of aviation, right? We see the difference. It's like, and I say ultimately it goes to us, because generally when you relate to who you are, where you come from, it's your birthplace, right? It's where you grew up at. The airplane grew up in Dayton, Ohio. This came an adult in North Carolina. Now, what does that really mean? It's home, baby. That's what it's about. So, an example of commercial, once again, and he says, yeah, and they also create an airplane, right? Design an airplane. Let me get exact. Now, I don't want to go back too far. I mean, I hope I don't have to go back too far. But I was finding a way basically I was trying to find a way if I could make it to seem that in essence they were bigging up Dayton and saying forget you North Carolina. There it is. These guys had. Let me start from the beginning.
Rated everyone 10 and up. Right. And by Foot Locker. It's a sneaker thing.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about the Wright brothers. They were the first in fly. These guys had sneakers that blew people's minds. Women loved their sneakers. Men wanted to be in their sneakers. While everybody else was stuck on crisscross laces, the Wright brothers were the first to do bars. But their flyest idea of all? Wearing sneakers to formal events. They also invented airplanes. That's my report on the Wright brothers. The first in fly.
Excellent research.
Star Fox.
Okay, also invented airplanes. Now, first in fly. Now they're talking design, look, appearance, right? Being cool and fly. So it's sort of taken away from the flight itself, which I was trying to do as a Daytonian. So it removes away from the flight and goes to fly, and it's more about their look and style and their swag that they had, right? And then they say they also made airplanes. Well, then they turn around and say, well, no, because of the fact they mentioned making airplanes last, they can say that it's all about being the first in flight, and they're saying flight. So basically, I discovered a way that Daytonians and North Carolinians, right, can go at each other based off commercial. That's something that was happening. You know. It's all in good fun.